Long before now, there were many great civilizations, both in the ancient and modern era. Some of these early civilizations were said to have taken place in Egypt, Babylon, India, Greece, China, and Rome, amongst others. Today, it is however disheartening to note that not much can be seen or heard about these ancient relics because much of what were created were lost in the course of time due to war, conquest, and slavery. Just a few of them were preserved in museums, historical sites, and other historical archives to serve as memorials to posterity. Examples of such relics include the Great Chinese Wall, the amphitheater in Rome, the ancient Egyptian Sphinx, and the Great Pyramid of Gaza, amongst others. The Yache nation and its sister tribes like the Harboured, Yala, Idoma, Igala, and the Jukun tribes also suffered similar fate over time. They were faced with similar predicament occasioned by incessant war, hostility, and assaults that led to the mass exodus of their natives to different locations, some of which constitute their present-day settlements. It is pertinent to point out that the history of the Yache nation, like that of its adjoining communities and tribes like the Yala-speaking tribe, Bekwara, and Ishibori, still remains the subject of speculations and investigation among scholars, as there seems to be lack of consensus in the view of authors of few existing accounts in Yache history and in the opinion of pundits of Yache oral history. This gave rise to the existence of different accounts about the subject matter of origin, descent, and exodus of the people to their current settlement. One of such views is known as the Eurocentric view led by Herbert Richmond Palmer, which states that the original inhabitants of the Upper Cross River region were Egyptian adventurers. This assumption posits that the Jukun kingdom, which was amongst the other kingdoms purportedly founded by Egyptian adventurers between 760 and 1000 AD, extended its influences to the region when it reached its zenith. This ridiculous historical view, according to Auger, has been countered by Afrocentric scholars. The other viewpoint, which are Afrocentric in outlook, strongly rejected the Egyptian or Upper Cross River connection. The proponent of the view that constant wars and hostilities were instrumental to the peopling of Upper Cross River region. According to Anene, the groups occupying the region known to the colonial administration as the Boki country, that is the Akaju, the Nkim, the Boki, the Yache, the Yala, and the Yakora or Bekwara, for instance, were fugitives from the Benue region, fleeing from Jukun power and did not arrive in coherent ethnic groups. This second viewpoint is consistent with the opinion of Yache legends and oral historians. On arrival in Nigeria, their first settlement was Bararafa, which was located in the present-day Taraba state, northeast Nigeria. In about 1500 AD, Bararafa became a confederacy of many tribes comprising of Nupe, Gwari, Yuari, Jukun, Idoma, Akwea, that is, Yache or Harboured, Igala, and others. Particularly, this historical masterpiece chronicles the origin, migration, settlement, and the rich cultural heritage of the Yache nation. The writers of this masterpiece were obsessed with some mind-boggling questions that prompted the inquiry into the past and present of the Yache people. These include: who are the Yache natives? Where do they come from? Who are their forefathers? What language do they speak? How do they find themselves in their current geographical location? And what are their customs and traditions? Finding answers to this stunning and probing question is the concern of this scholarly investigation. This section that follows provides a brief insight into the location and composition of the famous Bararafa Confederacy.